We're here with head coach Sparky McEwen and linebacker Kye Black. And guys, 25-6 loss here this evening against Concordia. Coach, just some comments about tonight's contest.
Well, like I told you guys, earlier in the week, we knew Concordia was going to be a legit opponent. It's an opponent that plays in a tough conference in AIA, and they took third last year behind two teams, one that won the national championship, and then the second place team won the national championship, and the first place team was awesome. So they returned a tremendous amount of starters. It's a physical football team. They're well coached. I thought that coming out, it was important that we could establish ourselves early, but it was tough for my young guys. My young guys, they didn't. We got down inside the 10, I think it was, and we got stopped on downs. With a young ball club, that's typically going to be tough. Tough on me. Defense came out. We're looking for a stop. Actually, they drove it back down on us. After we got down big, I was really proud of my guys that they fought as hard as they did to stick around, but we just couldn't generate any offense. It's been extremely tough on us to generate offense. And if you take a look at the numbers, we're at 142 yards of total offense, and our defense actually played well. They held them to 361 yards. So it was a opener here, that we were excited about to come out. I'm proud of the effort that our guys gave. I talk to my guys, every day about, big time effort. And I feel as though they gave a big time effort. The one thing that was just disappointing is the fact that we did not execute as well as we would have liked. And we won't make any excuses. We don't care anything about the fact of being young or anything like that. Our guys know they just have to grow up fast.
You guys did really well on defense. The first 3 drives, they scored, but then after that, it seems like you guys made adjustments. What did you talk about, particularly at halftime, to limit them, Kye, in the second half?
Just basically, like Coach Sparky just said, it's effort. That's all there is to it. It wasn't nothing that they seen on film from us or we seen on film from them. That the only thing that we could have changed, from the first half to the second was effort. We just had to come out and play hard, execute our assignments, and everybody do they 111. I'm just a vessel, just like the other 10 guys on the field at the same time. We just were a vessel of our defense. And 11 guys are only the vessel of our offense at the time. So all we had to do was just keep pushing, keep pounding. Just ground, scratch, and claw. And just hope that we can come out. And defensive-wise, we did. We picked it up together. Offense, they did start to get it together a little bit. They put points on the board. But we can't rely on our offense. Our offense can't rely on our defense. We both should be competing at a high level. It's college football. We just moved into Division II, so we should never overlook an opponent, whether NAI or not. So you still got to come out, like Coach Spark always tell us, you always got to look at an opponent the same as you will the next game. Everybody's just a game. Everybody can get upset. Everybody can be beat. Just like us, we got beat today because we didn't give all that effort in the first quarter.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball.
Do you think they were a little more physical than maybe you saw on film? Like Joe Connor in particular, it seemed like he really had some tough runs, broke some arm tackles, and took one long run to the house.
Well, one of the things that, at halftime we talked about, because the guys really toughened up for the last 3 or 4 drives of the half, but the biggest thing that was an issue was tackling.
Yeah.
We didn't tackle and secure guys the way that we should have, on those first 3 or 4 drives that they had, and to the point where they scored on a touchdown on a big 4th and 1, where the guy just broke through 4 or 5 tackles. He's a heck of a runner, but at the same time, we got to make those plays when we're in a position to make plays, and those are things that we got to continue to work on as a young ball club, because you cannot go into ball clubs thinking that you're going to win games missing tackles that way.
Yeah. The opening drive, you guys get right down inside the red zone, but then on 4th down, you couldn't get that first down to continue that drive. How big a momentum swing was that, considering they turned around and went right down the field and scored?
Well, it's huge. At a time there, it was 4th and 1, and we got the young guys going, and at any time that I think that we need to kick a field goal there, I felt like we need to get a big, jolt, to the fans and to the team, and we thought that we had a good play call, and to their credit, their guys shot inside and it made a big time play on our guys. So, but that was a killer. That was a killer when you get down to that far. You have a great return, and then all of a sudden you get stopped.
Talk about your offense a little bit. What do you work on? You have a couple extra days in practice leading up to the next contest. So, what are some of the things that you're really going to key on in practice for offense?
Well, one of our quarterbacks did get hurt. We felt pretty good about Hunter and Will going into the ball game. Will, very excited about Will. He does some really good things with his legs, and he's continuing to work on the passing game. Hunter, is one of those deals with Hunter where, Hunter does well in the passing game, but you got to protect him. If you don't protect him, it's just, he only can do so much. Hunter's the guy we like to use in the pocket. Will's the guy that we like to move around, a little bit. But when you're young quarterbacks, you got to be careful with young quarterbacks, because when you get the game that way of that magnitude, when you got people coming from all over the place, all of a sudden, you can send a quarterback into a negative feeling, So, we got to go back. We got to work on some protections. We got to work better on the run game. We got to secure some things, and we got to move forward with the next two quarterbacks.